Mr. Speaker, like canaries in coal mines, the recent spate of tragic whale and dolphin deaths and a well-founded suspicion pardon me, that geophysical surveys, including the use of sonar, may be a contributing cause, has brought new light and increased scrutiny to the fast-tracking of approximately 3,400 offshore wind turbines covering 2.4 million acres by 2030, more after that by 2040, all embedded into the ocean floor by massive pile drivers in the North Atlantic planning area that includes New Jersey's coast. The offshore wind industrialization approval process has left unaddressed and unanswered numerous serious questions concerning the potentially harmful environmental impacts on whales, marine life, and the ecosystems that currently allow all sea creatures, great and small, to thrive. Cindy Ziff, Executive Director of the Clean Ocean Action, pointed out in testimony at a field hearing chaired by my good friend and colleague Jeff Van Drew that the National Marine Fisheries Service has said, quote, offshore wind is a new use of our marine waters, requiring substantial scientific and regulatory review. So she asks, where is the substantial review? My amendment, Mr. Speaker, requires the U.S. Government Accountability Office, or GAO, to investigate the sufficiency of the environmental review process for offshore wind projects of the Marine Fisheries Service and the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management and any other relevant federal agency. Among other concerns, GAO would be required to investigate and report to Congress on the impacts of offshore wind on whales, finfish and marine mammals, commercial and recreational fishing, recreation and tourism, invertebrates, essential fish habitat, resources, cultural, historical, and archaeological resources, sustainable of shoreline beaches and inlets, military use and navigation, vessel traffic, and the impacts of hurricanes and other severe weather on offshore wind projects. The GAO would also be tasked to reveal how the agencies determine which stakeholders are consulted, whether a timely, comprehensive comment period is provided for local representation and interested parties, and the estimated cost and who pays for the offshore wind projects. Mr. Speaker, if and when wind projects go online, vessel navigation, including U.S. Navy ships, merchant cargo and ships, fishing boats, and search and rescue operations by the Coast Guard may be significantly hampered due to radar interference. The National Academy of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine released a report in 2022, a year ago, entitled Wind Turbine Generator Impact on Marine Vessel Radar, and found that wind turbine generators, quote, obfuscate the marine vessel radar for both magnetron-based and solid-state radar and can cause significant interference and shadowing that suppress detection and small contacts, close quote. The study also found that wind turbine mitigation techniques for marine vessel radar have not, and I repeat, have not been substantially investigated, implemented, matured, or deployed. That study was from 1 year ago. The vulnerability of massive structures the size of the Chrysler Building to hurricanes, nor'easters, and superstorms has not been adequately investigated and vetted either. Yet one study in 2012 found that there is very substantial risk that a Category 3 and higher hurricane can destroy half or more of the turbines at some locations. Remember, these are about 1,000 feet tall. They could topple like dominoes. Any surface appeal argument made by the industry or by the government comparing it to the survivability of wind turbines of the East Coast to the UK or Norway fails because Europe doesn't get hurricanes. They get remnants of our hurricanes. They get bad weather, but they don't get hurricanes. In like manner, the devastating impact on commercial and recreational fishing has been largely ignored. One expert, Megan Lamp, said at Mr. Van Drew's hearing, tremendous testimony, we are facing the annihilation of our industry at the hands of the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management. New Jersey's amazing shore tourism industry is also being put at grave risk. Mr. Speaker, with so much at stake, and out of an abundance of caution and concern, support for my amendment to require a comprehensive and independent review by GAO is absolutely warranted. I reserve the balance of my time.